Hi everybody, it's Leslie from Dile Chica, and this video is actually inspired by my friend and fellow YouTuber Natalie Juarez, so shout out to her. And I guess it comes in the perfect timing since it's back to school and people are going away to college, or going back into college and thinking about getting involved. You're thinking about sorority, but there's so many rumors out there about sororities and things you hear in social media or at the movies, things like that. And I'm actually in a sorority, and I joined when I was a college student, and my experience was great. So I'm going here to debunk some sorority myths, and hopefully you enjoy this video. So the first sorority myth is that sorority girls party a lot, and that's totally a lie. Being in a sorority, you're actually extremely involved. There's lots of requirements you have to meet. For example, you have to do community service, you have to have certain grade GPA, you have to have study hours, and you're constantly doing different things. So, the partying is actually left to the very end. And being a sorority, there is a social aspect, and the reason is because you are social and you get to network and know other people, so they can support your organization, and that's the only way to bring that support, to meet other people, go to events, and vice versa. So that's really the only reason why there's social activity in sororities and in Greek life in general. But really, that's way to the point on the side, where there's so many more things that you're busy on doing, like getting good grades and being involved and things like that. So that's totally a myth. Myth number 2, that it's expensive to join. And really, sororities vary in their requirements. So if you're thinking about joining, this is probably a good question to ask at the beginning. What are their annual fees, or how does it work? And there's definitely not all sororities are expensive. I know that there is some that I think you must pay like $1,000 a semester, something like that, something crazy. My sorority, that's not how we worked, and that was definitely not how much we paid. There is a membership due, but that really goes into all the things we do in the community and things to benefit the sorority and the community as a whole. So that's why there are dues that you have to pay, but not all of them are in the thousands of dollars. That's totally not true. So if you're looking out to join a sorority, ask about fees and what are they, and there you can decide what's best for you. Another myth is that all sorority girls live in a house or a sorority house, and that's definitely not true either. There is schools, and I think it depends on the area you live, the state, the school, that there's different requirements if people are even allowed to have a Greek house or sorority house, and that varies from college to state, but here in California where I am, we don't have that, especially in the CSU system, and none of the sororities in my school that went, none of them had sorority house. So we definitely didn't live in a sorority house having pillow fights all day. That's totally not true. So it really depends where you're living, and what school you're going to, that it varies. But that's not true that everyone lives or has to live in a sorority house. So another myth is that all sororities are the same, and that is completely false. There's sororities for different reasons, and actually sororities are created for different purposes and reasons. For example, there's multicultural sororities, sororities based on certain types of culture of youth or ethnicities or values, or philanthropy purposes. For example, the sorority that I am in and that I joined when I was in college is for Latinas, or Latina based. Although we have sisters from all races, but the majority of us are Latinas, compared to another sorority who is multicultural, and they have people from all ethnicities and backgrounds, and there's African American sororities and Asians and all these type of different races, ethnicities, and cultures, which is a beautiful thing. And you have the liberty of joining them, and joining something that you feel most comfortable to you and you feel welcomed. So that's not true that all sororities are the same, and all